Hey guys, so this video is going to be part 2 of my favorite winter candles, and I was thinking that it was going to be Bath and Body Works plus like a bunch of other stuff, but it turns out there's not so much of the other stuff. So yeah, most of it's going to be Bath and Body Works candles, but I do have a few really good ones in here that are not from there. And anything else I want to say before I get started? I don't think so. Okay, yeah, let me go ahead and jump in. So, first up over here, this scent is from Acquiesce, and it is the Rioja fragrance, and it's a red currant, cassis and citrus and French oak are the notes, and basically it's a red currant scent. I really like red currant for the holidays. There's just something about it that, I don't know, it screams Christmas to me. So I know this one was out last year, I believe. I don't think it's out again this year. I know I saw the winter currant, but I don't think it's the same scent. But yeah, if you happen to see this one, pick it up. It's good, and it's pretty strong. Then from 1803 Candles, we have Mrs. Claus's Snickerdoodle Cookies. And this is in their Essence of the Bean line, which I believe what they do for that line is take one of the scents from their normal lineup, add a coffee note to it. So I think this might actually be their Hearth Cakes fragrance combined with coffee, because it's like a Snickerdoodle cookie, and Hearth Cakes is basically a Snickerdoodle cookie fragrance. But this one, and that one's a great scent, but this one to me is even better because of the little bit of that coffee note. It's so rich and robust and just very delicious. So I highly recommend this candle from them. And then love of my life, Northwood's Cabin, also known as Mistletoe Kisses, because I'm fairly certain, I'm like 99% sure it's the same scent, but Mistletoe Kisses is just repackaged for the holidays. So this one is like, okay, it's everything wintry to me. It's the pine, it's the berries, it's a touch of spice. I mean, it's woodsy. It makes me happy to smell this. This takes me to a happy place. And it's probably in my top 5 winter favorites. Like if I were to try to pick 5, this might be up there, along with Season of Peace and Winter Glow. So, and God, it's just so good. And actually, Kringle has a scent similar to this called Winter Wonderland, but it's not as strong. So I recommend going Northwood's Cabin. It's or Mistletoe Kisses, very good. And then we have Bath and Body Works. Yeah, that's it. So, if I'd planned a little bit better, I would have had some of the kind of random scents that were in my Yankee, Kringle, Goose Creek, etc. video put in here. But I didn't plan. Okay, so I have to have Vanilla Bean Noel. It is, people complain about the 3-wick candle being light, but this one I actually could smell really well. It was pretty amazing. I love this one. It reminds me of Oreo cookies, and yeah, we all know And then also, might be a little bit embarrassed to have this one in here. I know Anthony Candle Cafe, this made his like worst candle list, but you have to understand, like, me and like for those of us who are like, I want to say late 20s, early 30s, we kind of like grew up with this one, and it's just very nostalgic for me. I just have that like connection to it, and it's really interesting. I know he said that he didn't think it smelled like a candied apple at all. I really do think that it smells like candied apple. And I know at one time, so let's see, this says it's got apple, candied orange, maple leaf, fresh cinnamon, winter rose petals. So yeah, maybe there's it's a little floral. I get a little bit of orange. I think at one time it had pineapple in the notes, which sounds weird, but I could kind of see that. I don't know where they're going with this maple leaves. Whatever. And then, yeah, a little bit of cinnamon. So it's just bright and fun and kind of childlike for me. So I keep hanging on to this one. Okay, and I do want to mention real quick this candle, which I have right here. So this is Hot Buttered Rum from a few years ago. This is not the first one. The first year that this came out, I grabbed this candle, and that candle was amazing. And this scent would have made it to my favorites if this candle didn't suck as much as it does, because I can't smell a damn thing from this one. Whereas the original one that I had was amazing, and it smelled delicious. So, yeah, that's a real disappointment there. Which again is one of the reasons why I mentioned in part one that, you know, I would have liked to have included a hot buttered rum scent in here, but can't really do that because it's not my favorite. Also gingerbread, you know, I was thinking about it because I also said that there wasn't a gingerbread scent that I wanted to put in here, but I did really like, probably my favorite gingerbread scent was Bath & Body Works, was it iced gingerbread? I think that's what, or maybe it was just called gingerbread. It was the one where let's see if I have any that are still in that style. Oh, I don't think I do. But it was the one, it had a picture of like the roof of a gingerbread house, and it had like the drapey icing on it with the gumdrops on the side. I think that was like a 2011 thereabouts. It had the picture, and then it had like the silver font at the bottom. It was when they were still doing that kind of standard look for all of their different candle collections. They didn't really have, you know, all these different looks. That one was really good. For me, it was like a very, like, icing heavy gingerbread kind of scent. You still got the ginger, but it was very sweet and had a little bit of a zest to it. Since then, I haven't enjoyed any of their gingerbread iterations, like the pumpkin gingerbread or the spiced gingerbread this year, which I think is probably the same as pumpkin gingerbread. I don't like those. They're not, I don't know, they're just too heavy on the spice for me. So, okay, moving on. You're going to see some old ones in here. And some fairly new ones. So, I don't have a clue why this one is not like around permanently, because it seems like everybody loves this one. This is Winter White Petals, and this was released, I think, 2014. I never picked up Oh, here you go. When it came out, I got some wallflowers. I was really on the fence about whether or not I wanted the candle. And then when I decided I wanted the candle, it was too late because they were all gone. Thank goodness, last year, they had some at semi-annual sale that were marked down 75% off. And then for whatever reason, that was the summer semi-annual sale. For whatever reason, last holiday season during semi-annual, they poured winter white petals into the snowed in, like a candle, a jar with a snowed in label, which was kind of weird. I don't know why they did that, but then they also had some in this packaging. Go figure. So I was able to pick up a few, and it just made me very happy. It's just a beautiful, like white, powdery white floral with a touch of like balsam in the background. Gorgeous, gorgeous scent. In fact, this one, maybe top 5, but I have so many others in there that, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think it would make my top like 6 or 7. Beautiful fragrance. Okay, then we have Vanilla Snowflake. And I was not immediately sold on this fragrance. I thought, it smells like a coconut, I don't know. And then, yeah, it just smells like vanilla and kind of coconut. But I ended up getting a candle in it, and it really started growing on me. There is something in this one that's like it's got that coolness, like a cool air scent. So I think it smells delicious. I'm a huge fan of this one. Okay, probably my favorite vanilla bakery scent from Bath & Body Works, Homemade Cookies. This one was from back in the Slatkin era, and I just fell in love with it. I don't know, I can't say for sure that like Mary Cookie is the same thing. I don't think it is, because I don't enjoy Mary Cookie as much as I enjoy this one, and I don't know what it is. I think maybe this one is maybe a little bit more sugary. And don't be misled by the label, because there's no chocolate in this. Very delicious. But of course, like, this one hasn't been burning well. The first one I had, I think, was really good. Next up, we have Spice. For me, this is kind of the perfect blend of like cinnamon, clove, and orange. I actually have a tea from Harney & Sons that's called Hot Cinnamon Spice, and it smells just like this, and it's amazing. So yeah, this kind of actually does take on like a spiced tea kind of note, and it's just fabulous. And I'm pretty sure that Holiday is almost the same thing as this one. But yeah, so good. Another love of my life, and one that a lot of other people love too. Winter Garland. This is like some greenery combined with, I want to say, a cranberry. Yeah, it's cranberry, champagne, blood orange, balsam, mandarin, and cedar. Such a unique blend. And I'm so mad at myself that I only got one. I don't know what I was thinking. The second year that it came out, I didn't get one. So I was like, oh, people like it, it's going to stick around. And then it was gone. So it's just so unique, so original. This one really needs to come back. Please, Bath & Body Works, please. Then I have Peppermint Marshmallow in here. I included this packaging because I think on cold, this is like my favorite of all of the kind of iterations of this. So I think it was 2011, we had Marshmallow Peppermint, which smelled really amazing, like a peppermint cupcake, but it burned terribly. Then last year we had, the Joy Peppermint Marshmallow, which I was pretty sure was the same. That one burned really well, like the first burn, and then it was terrible after that. And I don't know, I just felt like showing this one because I actually like the packaging for this one the best. And I wasn't going to pick another one up this year, but when I grabbed this and smelled it in the store, I was like, oh, it smells even better than I remember. So have to include that one because it is very good. Then we have Cinnamon Caramel Swirl. Love this. It's funny because I wasn't that crazy about it the first year that it was out. It had a little picture of a cupcake on the front. But like, it's really, really grown on me. And a lot of people say this is the same thing as this cinnamon pumpkin swirl or pumpkin cinnamon swirl. And I thought so at first. But I like this one better. I find maybe it's not as, I don't know, what is it? Not as heavy on the spice. To me, it's maybe a little bit creamier. There's more vanilla in it, possibly. So this one, oh, love it. Ooh, this one's a kind of a rare one. So this is Vanilla Spice. This was, I want to say 2010. Is that right? Yeah, because it was the same year as Winter Cedar. Yes. And not Winter Cedar, Winter Garland. And I got this one at a test store in Houston. And like, I think towards the end of the season, there were some that showed up at my Bath & Body Works. And they just flew off the shelves. I almost got one. But, again, I didn't pick one up. I don't know why. So, this one is similar to Spice, but it says whipped vanilla, orange peel, balsam, and a hint of cherry. It's definitely creamier. That vanilla really tones down the spice factor of this one. Gorgeous, amazing scent. Another one that needs to come back right now. Then we have Fireside. I'm so glad that like this one has stuck around, and it's just a fabulous, like, this is my perfect fireplace scent. Like straight up fireplace, nothing else added. And I really wish they would like keep putting this out in Wallflowers, because the Wallflower was amazing, but they haven't had it in years. Love it. Okay, and probably my favorite of the mint chocolate scents is dark chocolate mint. And this one burned terribly, so I started putting it on my warmer. And it does so much better on the warmer. It is like a dark chocolate with a tiny bit of mint added. I like mint chocolate, but it doesn't burn well for me. When I burn it, it smells like fumes or kerosene or something. And it's good. But like this one, I just love how the chocolate in this is so much richer, and it's great. Vanilla Balsam. I have been going on and on about this one since I burned it a couple weeks ago. Amazing, beautiful, creamy balsam scent. Like balsam meets icing. It's delicious. Everybody needs to get one of those and get backups so that it is popular and comes back next year. But it doesn't look like it's not one that's been flying off the shelves apparently. Okay, Winter Mint and Spruce. It's just a beautiful, low-key, soft spruce and mint scent. Very like very spa-like for me. So I would almost say I detect a little bit of eucalyptus in here. It doesn't say it, but I feel like there could be eucalyptus in that one to give it that spa-like quality. Hot cocoa and cream. Another newbie this year that is amazing. And I've gone on and on about this one and how I'm so thankful it's not a repackage of the hot chocolate scent from several years ago, because that thing sucked. This is delicious. I don't think I need to go into too much detail about that. Cinnamon frosting is another good one. This one it was around for a couple of years and then they stopped, they discontinued it. It's interesting. It's another very unique fragrance. It's a sweet, very creamy cinnamon scent. What's supposed to be in here? Cinnamon, cloves, vanilla bean, whipped buttercream. Not very helpful, but it's delicious. I have like 3 of those, so I'm good. Actually, I have 4 because I have a mason jar. Okay, so Iced Vanilla Woods. This is the one from last year. Amazing. To me, it's like sparkling icicles combined with marshmallow fireside. A little bit of cologne, but a little bit of like a gourmand scent. Another love of my life. And I'm kicking myself that I didn't get more of these. So this is the Toasted Pistachio Delight from a collection they did when they did like a recipe collection. And so it was Toasted Pistachio Delight, Sticky Toffee Pudding, which I have one of. I do like that one quite a bit. I didn't feel like it really made like my top. And then the Frosted Tangerine Cake, which was terrible. But this one, you guys, it's just such a creamy pistachio scent. Let me read you the notes. It's toasted pistachios and almonds blend perfectly for a delicious indulgence with notes of zesty orange, brown sugar, and creamy vanilla. I really just get like that creamy pistachio. Now, Yankees, what is it called? Pistachio Vanilla Crunch? Crunchy Pistachio Vanilla? From their Cookie Swap collection this year is an okay fill-in for this one. It's similar, but that one almost has like a perfumey note to it. This one doesn't have that. So that's why this one still wins. But yeah, if you're looking for something along the lines of this, try Yankees pistachio scent from the Cookie Swap. Next up is the Silver Pine and Cedar. This is also last year's edition of this and the year that it debuted. Man, this one and Kringle's Balsam Fir. Like, these two are at the top of my list for Christmas tree scents. This one is just it's so astringent and like, what's the word I used? Resinous, I guess. Yeah, it smells like when you rip when you rip like a is it like a spruce needle or a fir needle off of the branch and it pulls off some of the wood along with it, and you get like that kind of wet, sticky resin smell. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but like that's what this smells like to me. There's definitely like a wet, astringent note in this that sounds gross when I describe it, but is actually amazing. So it's very well done. And then finally, this is actually a fall version of this, but it's my favorite label that they've done for this candle. So I wanted to bring out this version, and it's Marshmallow Fireside. So this was a 2013 packaging, and I mean, how could I not have Marshmallow Fireside in here? It's, you know, it's, I think it was in my fall favorites as well, but it does such a good job of bridging fall and winter that I feel like it has to be in both. So, and again, needs no introduction. So anyway, all right, well, yeah, sorry, I just really have Bath & Body Works